Hello everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube. Also welcome to my Facebook page. I truly do appreciate it when you do join me here. Remember that if you are watching through YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. And you know what? It's funny because I went and I said subscribe down below here, but then sometimes it's over here and... anyways, or over here or over here. Ugh. Anyways, there's a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. And a lot of times, like if you don't see my things popping up, I do go live all the time, or well, while I'm home on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific time. And on this day, I either do a fancy fold or I do a 3D project. And today what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3D project. I'm kind of getting ready for my Christmas in July sort of stuff. So basically this one today, I am doing, I'm going to do a hot chocolate bomb. I usually, I have made my own hot chocolate bombs. I make it my own with the gamache and also with sometimes some Baileys in there, depending on the people that are receiving it. But I wanted to make up a box for that ahead of time. We don't have a lot of Christmas supplies that are still available, but this is a good thing in order to use. So hello, Kay. Awesome. Welcome. I really do appreciate you joining me. And anybody that joins me or joins me live, I really do appreciate it. All right, so let's get on down to my desktop here. I don't know what happened there. There's Kay. Okay. For some reason, I lost your comment on there and everything else. So if you are joining me either through YouTube or through Facebook, please drop by to say hello. This is a fairly easy project, but I wanted to show you some of this stuff. This will be in my 12 weeks of Christmas. Sort of thing. I might do it in a different pattern. I might not, but I have to get these things done ahead of time because, you know, Christmas creeps up on us before we know it. Hello, Felicia. All right. So sometimes you can get, like I said, you can get these chocolate bombs. You can get them at Costco. They come in 3 different flavors, I think. But I really like the homemade ones. The homemade ones, well, obviously are a lot better. They're a lot more chocolatey, I find, anyways. But at least we'll have these ready. They are a little fiddly, but they are great to be able to put in with your hot milk. Now, I have an espresso machine, so when I steam my milk, I can go ahead and put these chocolate bombs in there, and they work amazing. All right, so our box is going to be finished. It's going to be roughly 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So this should fit in there. I'm hoping it fits in there. I'll kind of squish it in. But anyways, what we want to do is we want to have this piece of cardstock that is 8 1/4 inches by 11 inches. So on the short side here, or on the 8 1/4 inch side, I'll show you where I'm going to go ahead and score this. You know that when I do scoring, hello Dolores, when I score, I use my take your pick tool and I use a stylus end here. So we're going to go ahead and score this at 2 3/4. And then I always find it so much easier just to flip it around and score it at the 2 3/4 inches from the other side. Then on the long side, or the 11-inch side, we are going to go ahead and score this at, let me get this out of the way, 2 3/4. We're going to score this, scoot this over at 5 1/2. Just blurred my pal. Oh, I'm not sure what you meant there, Dolores. Anyways, up to 5 1/2 inches. And then we're going to flip this out and we are going to score this at 8 1/4 inches. So just go down to here at 8 1/4 inches, just like that. So we have it like this. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show you how we're going to go and cut this to get this into a box. I like to get the score lines on there. So let's just go in and get those scored. It helps when they're scored. Yeah, it seems strange making this stuff at Christmas, but we don't have a lot of Christmas stuff right now. Like I say, I did get some stuff when I was in Orlando, but I only got a small piece of the designer series paper. But I am using this distressed, with this is that Rigo distressed paper. It comes in the beautiful cherry cobbler, the white and the gold, and also the pretty peacock, which should be right here. And we're going to use the pretty peacock, because I thought that would be really kind of neat. Because if I didn't want to use this for Christmas, I could use it for anything and just even give as a neighborly gift or whatever. So, all right, so now on this side here, we're going to take this and we're going to cut up here. We might have to trim this after. And we're going to cut here. We're going to cut all up on all of these here. Right there. I should put my glasses on. Hello, Marie. Just hoping that you got your rewards that I sent you today. Okay, so like I say, we're just going to get these cut up here. And one here as well. Yeah, so if you do live around the Kamloops area, I have, now what I'm going to do with these two here, I am going to come in and we're just going to miter those, just so that those parts don't come over. So it's just an easy little miter. Anyways, I'm having my retreat. My retreat is the last weekend of September. It's a 3-day retreat. And it's just outside of Kamloops. Well, actually, it's inside of Kamloops. That wasn't very good miter, was that? Oh, that's a terrible miter. It's easier if you have longer scissors, that's for sure. So I'll just miter this one as well. And I'll go ahead and miter this one. I think I'll go and fix that other side. There we go. That's a terrible miter, isn't it? My goodness, it's wonky. It's all over the place. Okay, so let's just go in and get that mitered. There we go. So far we've got this where we've got them all trimmed down to here. Now what we want to do is I want to come in here, and from this score line here down to this cut here, I want to cut these corners off. Now, I'm obviously not doing a very good job with the scissors, so let me just go ahead and we will come about and I will trim this. All right, so like I said, I'm going to just push this in here. I'm going to come from this score line there down to this corner. So let me just double check. So we're going to go from there down to there. And we want this to be a nice clean cut. So I'm going to use my trimmer. So from that score line there down to here. Hello, Pam. Now, I don't want there to be a rough edge on there. So I'm going to start this here and then go down there. So we're going to take that one off. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're just going to put that in. And this is just going to give us our fold of our box when we put this in. So from this score line there down to here. I'm going to start in the middle because I don't want it to buckle. And there we go there. So if you are into taking screenshots, you can go ahead and do this. When I do the 12 weeks of Christmas, you will see this on a template. All right. Okay, so we've got that like that. Now, what I want to do is I am going to go ahead and we are going to attach this in like this and attach this like this. So what I want to do is I want to put my glue on these sides here. This is like the outside part of this piece. So let me just turn, no, I'm going to bring it this way. We're going to do it this way. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my glue. And I don't mind holding it. So it's going to come right up to this part here. And this part here, right here, is going to line up right with that. It looks like I'm a little uneven with this line here, so I'll trim that up in just a second. But we want to make sure, let me just fold that in, that that's lined right up to that edge right there. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to do the same on the outside of this box. And it's going to, or this side here. And, you know, on my template, what I'll do is I'll mark what side you should put this glue on. But you want it on this side so that it's on the inside part of the box. And remember, we want this nice and flush right here. So that's good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. Now see, with that should have been, if that was mitered enough, you wouldn't have seen that part up at the top. All right, so then on this part, we are going to then do it on the inside because it's going to attach to both that part there and that part there. So let's go ahead and do that on the inside. Remember, on the other side, it was on the outside, inside and the outside of the box when it was facing you. All right, so then I'm just going to come up here, put that right to that score line there, and put it down here. And like I say, we're going to wiggle that up so it lines up there, and we're going to wiggle this up so it lines up right there. Whoops. So then we have our box, and like I say, our chocolate bomb at that point can go in here just like this, or you could use this as another gift box, and then it's just going to close like that. We would probably want to put some of that funny shred in there as well. Okay, so then I thought, well, let's come in with that beautiful distressed one. And this is, like I say, this is the Pretty Peacock one. And this is nice because we can figure out, now did I do enough of these? Yeah, I think, I don't know. I could do one more and it would look better and it would be finished. I think I need to cut one more. So this piece here, and I'm going to come in and I'll show you this beautiful paper here. We're going to cut one more so that we've got it on all sides. So it's 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Here we go. Now, we don't have that beautiful gold ribbon like we used to have, but I found that the Celebratory Sips gold ribbon worked pretty good on this. So it's this ribbon here. So we're just going to cut a little bit off. Let's see. Just like so. But there's that ribbon. It's pretty. It goes with this, that's for sure. And what we're going to do is we are going to put this on the outside here, and we're going to flap this so that you can just pull this up to get into the box. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our tear and tape, and I'm going to put tear and tape right on this side. Let me get rid of all this garbage here. The tear and tape on that side, we're going to come in with our take your pick tool. Remember to say hello. Remember, if you live in Canada and you need any of these products, just reach out. Okay, so this is just going to go like so. And then we're going to loop this back. And I could loop it right directly over it, or I could take it off to the side. Let's do it right over the top. So then I'll just come back in with some more tear and tape. And once, you know what, I'm going to do tear. I know this might look a bit like overkill, but I like to keep it so it's not going to come off. So I'm going to go with, take this tear and tape up. We're just going to line this up here. And then to reinforce it, I'm going to come in here as well. Now this is going to be hidden by that Designer Series paper. So see, this goes like this. Now this box is just going to open up like that. All right, so this is going to go just, whoops, we want to make sure we've got the leaves going the right way. So let's just go ahead and put that on there. Now, I could use seal on this, or I could use glue. I am going to use seal. And I think the reason being for that is I don't want to get glue onto any of this foil because it makes such a mess on the foil, right? So let's just put that there. Now, would this have been easier to put on when it was flat? Oh, you bet. But this way, at least, with it being like this, we can tell which is the right way on here. So this one's going to go here. A lot of people have problems with our Stampin' Seal. It's relatively easy to use, but you can't let it go back on itself. You have to do a continuous use with it. So I usually do this, fold it back on itself just like that. I just love this pretty peacock. Ask Sydney. Sydney, young lady, young girl, and she knows how much I love Pretty and Peacock. This one will go here. Oh, you know, no, I got it right. And one on the back as well. Now, on the back, we're going to keep it, although it looks like it's not continuing on this way, I still want the leaves to be up. Okay, this is the lid. So it's just going to go there. So we have it like that. Like I say, I can put my chocolate bomb in there. My chocolate bombs are about this size, so this will fit in here perfectly. Just like that. Just put that down. Like that. I like how this opens like this. All right, then I did cut out a bunch of stuff that we can play around with decorating it. This was the Spotlight on Nature dies, so I thought that would be nice. You know, you could put it on the front, but I think the top is the best. Now, I have a stylish shape that's that big, or a stylish shape, ooh, that's not big enough. I think we're going to have to use this, but let's go ahead and decorate this first. Now, I used my Charming Day. That's these dies. That is part of an online exclusive. Now you might see this is strange. This has, when I cut something that's really delicate and that sort of stuff, what I do is I take my, I take wax paper and I do it that way. All right, so let's get some stamping on here. I thought the best one to do for this could even be put onto your table dressings at Christmas time. Of course, they would be totally different. Or you could do them for Thanksgiving. You could do them for even a little girl's birthday party. That would be kind of fun with that sort of stuff on there. So this one has a For You stamp. Whoops, sorry, a For You stamp there. So I'm just going to come in with that. Let's just put that on there. And yeah, this one's a better one. So this is the second smallest one. just come in. I think it needs gold, right? And our Versamark here. Make sure we got it on the right side. I'm going to put it off to the one side there. And we'll come in with our gold embossing powder. Very easy box, that's for sure, this one. And we'll heat set that. I do not know where my, oh, there it is. And we'll heat set this. Class yesterday, have my Christmas card class. It starts in July. It goes for 5 months. Excited about the one that's coming on this coming Wednesday. It's such a cute set. I'm using the Joy of Jar, and it's such a cute set. All right, so this is a little big, but let's see how it's going to work onto here. So we're going to put it onto there. And then I'm also going to put this on there. And you know what might be better is if let's go ahead, pop this one up with dimensionals. And this is dark dimensionals, so I'll use a black one. And I'll just go onto here. And then I think this is best to go down onto the bottom and then have this go up top. But I can cut this off. I think I will cut it off. There we go. So we're just going to come and put a tiny bit of glue on there. We're going to let it doesn't have to be completely down. Let's just, maybe we'll let that set for a bit. And then we're going to do the same on this side here. Like I say, this is from Charming Day. These are nice dies. We don't have a lot of leaf dies right now. I miss my leaf dies. So let's just put this down here. Nothing like gold foil, right? Ah, perfect on replay, yes. Okay, and then this, just gonna go here. Whoops, let's just hold that down. Hi, Ina. Say this is for my chocolate bombs. So just like this. Let's go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to pop this up as well, because it's not like it has to fit into a card, right? Just like so. It looks prettier in person. It really, really does. Opens up and there's your chocolate bomb. Now if I want, no, I could have left that on a certain way, but I see how that works. All right, so now we want to put some gold gems on there. And we don't have a lot of gold gems in our embellishments. So I'm hoping with the Christmas, and if you're a demonstrator, you get to see that September to December catalog. Oh my goodness. That's the reason why I joined you guys. I want to see all the stuff first. All right, so these are the metallic ones. So let's just come and put, they're not that gold. So we'll just put one here and then maybe another one right here. onto the leaf. So there we go. So I hope you like that. Like I say, this is kind of like for my Christmas in July sort of thing. I used the distressed, what was it called again? The distressed, Regal distressed paper that is still available. I used the celebratory sips. This is that gold and sheer ribbon from the celebratory sips. And then these leaves are from the Charming Day dies. And this For You is from Tag of Thanks. But those were just the ones I found at that thing. So here we go. We have our bomb. Chocolate bomb. Like I say, this could be used for anything. You could put this be neat on the table. It is self-closing, so you don't have to worry about keeping it shut. I just have to get it in there. See, it stays closed, and I like that because then it's there, it's ready to go, and yeah. Anyway, so let's see. So I hope you like that. Remember that if you do need any of these supplies, just reach out to me. The link to my online store is down below anyways. Now, also, if you are, I have a BOGO going on if you live in Canada. And the BOGO is, just reach out to me on that. I am, for anybody that has purchased from me on a BOGO, I have a special tutorial. I've been invited with this particular tutorial group, and I'm really impressed with them. They're from top demonstrators from around the world. So I'm giving those tutorials out to everybody that has purchased from me with the BOGO sale as well. Now, what else is there? I will be live tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific time with another technique or a variation of another technique. Remember to reach out and let me know if there's a technique that you'd like to see me do. Yeah, and if you you like this, like I say, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And also remember to create, because it's great for the soul. Bye for now, everybody.